हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू टॉप अप एट 10th। आज हम करेंगे ग्रेविटेशन चैप्टर का वन शॉट लेक्चर। तो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। लेक्चर स्टार्ट करने से पहले हम देखते हैं साइंस पार्ट 1 कि कौन से चैप्टर का कितना वेटेज है, जिससे आपको एक आइडिया हो जाए कि आपको कौन सा सब्जेक्ट आई मीन टू से कौन से चैप्टर्स आपको सबसे ज्यादा पढ़ने हैं और स्किप नहीं करने। तो फर्स्ट है ग्रेविटेशन, इसका 5 मार्क्स का वेटेज है। सेकंड पीरियोडिक क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ एलिमेंट्स, इसका 6 मार्क्स का वेटेज है। थर्ड केमिकल रिएक्शन एंड इक्वेशन, इसका 6 मार्क का वेटेज है। नेक्स्ट फोर्थ इफेक्ट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, 7 मार्क्स का वेटेज है। फिफ्थ हीट, इसका 5 मार्क्स का वेटेज है। सिक्स रिफ्रैक्शन ऑफ लाइट, इसका 7 मार्क्स का वेटेज है। नेक्स्ट सेवेंथ लेंस, इसका 6 मार्क्स का वेटेज है। नेक्स्ट एट मेटोग्लोरी, इसका 6 मार्क्स का वेटेज है। नेक्स्ट कार्बन कंपाउंड, इसका 7 मार्क्स का वेटेज है। और नेक्स्ट स्पेस मिशन, इसका 5 मार्क्स का वेटेज है। साइंस पार्ट 1 में आपको 3 चैप्टर सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है और इसके सबसे ज्यादा वेटेज है। तो फर्स्ट फोर्थ चैप्टर इफेक्ट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, नेक्स्ट सिक्स चैप्टर रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट एंड 9 चैप्टर कार्बन कंपाउंड। इनको बिल्कुल स्किप नहीं करना, पूरा पढ़ो। तो हम स्टार्ट करते हैं अपना लेक्चर। तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद ग्रेविटेशन। तो पहले देखते हैं व्हाट इज ग्रेविटेशन, क्या है। तो ग्रेविटेशन gravitation is a force. Gravitation is a natural force of attraction that exists between any two objects having mass. इसका मतलब जिन दो चीजों के बीच में मास है, उसका मतलब ग्रेविटेशन। तो नेक्स्ट हम देखते हैं सर्कुलर मोशन एंड सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स। मैं आपको एक एग्जाम्पल से समझाती हूँ. Tie a stone to one end of a string. Take the other end in your hand and rotate the string so that a stone moving along a circle, as shown in figure 1.1a, is called circular motion. इसका मीनिंग सर्कुलर मोशन होता है. अभी देखते हैं सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स. A force acting on any object moving along a circle and it is direct towards the center in the circle. This is called centripetal force. Centripetal means center sneaking. Example, the object tried to go towards the center of the circle because of the force. जब हम उस थ्रेड को गोल घुमाते हैं तब वो स्टोन सेंटर की तरफ गोल घूमता है. तो इस बात का मीनिंग है कि सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स मतलब आप वो स्टोन जो घूम रहा है उसको मान सकते हो. तो नेक्स्ट हम देखते हैं Kepler's law of planetary motion. What is Kepler's law of planetary motion? तो अभी हम देखते हैं व्हाट इज कैप्लर्स फर्स्ट लॉ. तो कैप्लर्स फर्स्ट लॉ कहता है the orbit of a planet is an eclipse with the sun at one of the foci. जो ऑर्बिट है प्लैनेट का वो इक्लिप्स है और सन जो है वो एक फोकाई पे है. इसका मीनिंग है कैप्लर्स फर्स्ट लॉ. सेकंड, कैप्लर सेकंड लॉ क्या कहता है. The line joining the planet and the sun sweeps equal area in equal interval of time. This is Kepler's second law. So next, Kepler's third law. The square of its period of revolving around the sun is directly proportional to the cube of mean distance of a planet from the sun. ये था Kepler's third law. If you have any doubt, ask me in comment. तो नेक्स्ट हम देखते हैं न्यूटन्स यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन. क्या होता है. Every object in universal attracts each other object with a defined force. This force is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the two objects and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. This is called Newton's universal law of gravitation. तो नेक्स्ट हम देखते हैं द अर्थ ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स क्या होता है. The gravitational force of any object due to the earth is always directed towards the center of the earth. If the object is on the earth's surface, in the usually the earth gravitational force का formula. Force is equal to gravitation of mass 1 to mass 2 is proportional to r square. तो अभी देखते हैं यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन ऑफ अ प्लैनेट अराउंड द सन क्या होता है. द सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स एक्टिंग ऑन प्लैनेट. यहाँ पे सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स की भी डेफिनेशन दी हुई है टेक्स्ट बुक वाइज, तो मैं आपको वो भी बता देती हूँ. An object moving in a circle with constant speed, we have seen earlier, the such a motion is possible only when the object is constant, acted upon by a force directly towards the center of a circle. This is called centripetal force. ये भी एक centripetal force की definition है. बट हमारा पॉइंट हम देख रहे थे यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन ऑफ प्लैनेट अराउंड द सन. तो वो स्टार्ट करते हैं. First, the centripetal force acting on the planet. mv square equal to r. Gravitational force extracted by the sun on the planet. Second, centripetal acceleration of the planet. Acceleration is equals to speed square into radius. The period of revolving of the planet is period of revolving equals to 2 pi r square equals to equal to speed. नेक्स्ट यहाँ पे दो सॉल्व एग्जांपल है. इफ यू वांट कि मैं इनको एक्सप्लेन करूँ तो कमेंट में जरूर बताओ. तो नेक्स्ट हम देखते हैं अर्थ ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स क्या होता है? The earth attracts every object near it towards itself because of gravitational force. The center of mass of the earth is situated at its center, so the gravitational force of any object due to earth is always directed towards the center of the earth because of the force an object falling vertically downwards on the earth. तो अभी हम देखते हैं द अर्थ ग्रेविटेशनल एक्सेलरेशन क्या होता है. The earth exerts gravitational force on object near it. According to Newton's second law, the motion of force acting the body results in that acceleration. Thus, the gravitational force due to the earth on the body result in its acceleration. This is called acceleration due to gravity and is denoted by g. Acceleration is vector as the gravitational force on any object due to the earth is directly towards the center of the earth is directed of the acceleration due to gravity is also directed towards the center of the earth. Example, vertically downwards. अभी हम देखते हैं वैल्यू ऑफ जी ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ अर्थ. We can calculate the value of g by using Newton's universal law of gravitation. तो आपको अगर नहीं पता तो व्हाट इज न्यूटन यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन, तो मैं आपको एक बार और बता देती हूँ. तो every object in the universal attracts every other object with the defined force. This force is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the two objects and inversely proportional to the squares of the distance between them. It is called Newton's universal law of gravitation. For an object of mass m situated at the distance of r from the center of the earth, the law of gravitation gives force is equal to gravitation is equal to mass is equals to r square. मतलब m is the mass of the earth. The formula of the value of g on the surface of earth is g is equals to 6.67 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 11 is equal is multiplied by 6 is equals to 10 raised to the power 24 upon 6.4 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 6 2 square is equals to 9.77 meter per second square second. This acceleration depends on the mass m and radius r of the earth, and so the acceleration due to gravity is at the given point on the earth is the same for all objects. It does not depend on property of the object. तो कुछ कमेंट्स है तो वो देखते हैं अभी. तो हाय भाविका, हेलो. Um, so hello, hi, spice of life, hello. So let's start करते हैं अभी वेरिएशन इन वैल्यू ऑफ जी क्या है. First, changing along the surface of Earth. Feeling the value of G be the same everywhere on the surface of Earth? The, the answer is no. The reason is that the shape of Earth is not exactly spherical, and so the distance of the point on the surface of the Earth from its center different. So what? Due to its rotation, the Earth is Blix at the equator and Pluto, Pluto at the pole. Its radius is the largest at the equator and smallest at the pole. The value of G is Zeus highest 9.832 meter per second square at the pole and decrease slowly with decreasing aptitude. It is lowest at 9.78 meter per second square at the equator. This is changing along the surface of the earth. Next, changing with height. As we go above the earth's surface, the value of r is equation 5 increasing and the value of g decrease. However, the decrease is rather small for height, which are small is comparison to the earth radius. For example, remains that the radius of the earth is 600 6,400 kilometers. If an aeroplane is flying at the height 10 kilometers above the surface of the earth, its distance from the earth surface changes from 6,400 kilometers to 6,410 kilometers, and the change in the value of g due to the negligible. On the other hand, when the consider of artificial satellite orbiting the earth, we have the take into amount of change in the value of g due to the large change in the distance of satellite from the center of earth. Some typical heights and the value of g at this height are given in the following table. The third, change with depth. The value of g also change if we go inside the earth. The value of r in the equation decrease, and one would think that the value of g should increase as per the formula. However, the part of the earth which contribute towards the gravitation and force flat by the object also decrease, which means that the value of m to be used in equation also decrease as a combined result of changing in r and m. The value of g decrease as we go deep inside the earth. तो नेक्स्ट हम देखते हैं प्लेस, हाइट और ग्रेविटेशन. तो सरफेस ऑफ अर्थ एवरेज 0, हाइट 0. ग्रेविटेशन मीटर पर स्क्वायर सेकेंड इज 9.8. माउंट इसकी हाइट होगी 8.8 and gravitation is 9.8. Maximum height reached by man-made balloon is 36.6 and meter per second बोलूँ तो 9.77. Height of typical weather satellite is 400 and meter per second square is 8.7. Height of communication satellite is 35,700 and gravitation meter per second square is 0.225. तो अभी हम नेक्स्ट देखते हैं मास एंड वेट. मास की डेफिनेशन है मास ऑफ अमाउंट ऑफ द मैटर प्रेजेंट इन द ऑब्जेक्ट. दिस इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ मास. द SI unit of mass is kg. Mass is the scalar quantity. Its value is same everywhere. Its value does not change. Even when we go to another planet, according to Newton's first law, it is the measure of the insert an object higher the mass, higher in the initial weight. The weight of तो अभी हम देखते हैं वेट की डेफिनेशन क्या है. The weight of an object is defined as the force with which its earth attracts the object. The force of the object, the mass m on the surface of the earth, which can be written by using equation 4. Weight being a force, its SI unit is Newton, and also the weight being the force is the vector quantity and is directed towards the center of earth. As the value of g is not same everywhere, the weight of an object changes from place to place. Its mass of constant everywhere. तो नेक्स्ट हम देखते हैं व्हाट इज फ्री फॉल. Whenever an object moves under the influence of gravity along it, it is said to be falling freely. It's called free fall. For a freely falling object with acceleration, sorry, acceleration is equals to gravity. For an object throws underwards, as the object moves underwards, the direct of the acceleration is opposite to that of the velocity. Hence, the acceleration is negative. With acceleration is equals to minus gravitation. नेक्स्ट ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी क्या होती है. द ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी of an object at the height h from the earth's surface. इसका फॉर्मूला है माइनस ग्रेविटेशनल इनटू मास अपॉन radius plus height is equals to अभी मैं आपको बताती हूँ पोटेंशियल एनर्जी की डेफिनेशन. The energy stored in an object because of the position or state is called potential energy. Sorry, is called potential energy. तो नेक्स्ट देखते हैं eclipse velocity. The formula of eclipse velocity given in the textbook दी तो है. तो मैं आपको टेक्स्ट से ही पढ़ के बता देती हूँ. The velocity becomes zero after reaching the certain height and after that its maximum height depends on the initial velocity. तो मैं अभी आपको बताती हूँ व्हाट इज eclipse velocity डेफिनेशन. तो eclipse velocity की डेफिनेशन है the downwards pull by a earth and can eclipse the earth forever and will not fall back on the earth. The velocity is called eclipse velocity. हम एक्सरसाइज देखते हैं. लेट्स स्टार्ट टू एक्सरसाइज. फर्स्ट, study of intervals in the following table and rewrite them, putting the connect items in the single row. तो फर्स्ट है mass, second minute per second square, third zero at the center of the earth. Weight, next weight, second kilo, third measure in the initial, third acceleration due to gravity is n point m square equals to kilogram square. Same in the integral universal. Fourth, gravitational constant. Second, n depends on height. तो इसका आंसर देखते हैं क्या होंगे. तो mass, second, kilogram. Third, measure of initial. Third, sorry, next, weight. Second, n Newton. Third, depends on height. Next, acceleration due to gravity. Minute per second square. And third, zero at the center of the earth. Third, gravitational constant. N point m square or kilogram square. Same at the entire universal. Next, um, answer the following questions. What is difference between mass and weight? Mass and weight of an object. Will the mass and object of of an object on the earth be same as their value of mass? Why? तो इसका आंसर है the mass of object is the amount of matter present in it. It is same everywhere in the universal and is never zero. It's the it is a scalar quantity and its SI unit of kg. The weight of an object is the force with which the earth or any object of the planet, moon or star attracts it. It is direct towards the center of the earth. The weight of object is different at different place on the earth. It is zero at the earth center. It is vector quantity and its SI unit is the Newton, and the magnitude of weight is equals to mass and gravity. The mass of the object will be the same on the earth and mass between the weight will not be the same because of the value of g on the earth mass is different from that on the earth. So next question, What are free fall, acceleration due to gravity, eclipse velocity, and centripetal? So let's see. So first, what is free fall? So free fall is wherever an object moves under the influence of the force of gravity along it is said to be free falling is called free fall. So next is acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration due to gravity is the acceleration produced in the body due to the gravitational force of the earth is called acceleration due to gravity. Is called the acceleration due to gravity. Next, eclipse velocity. So let's see what is centripetal force. In uniform circular motion of the body, the force acting on the body is directly towards the center of the circle. This is this force is called centripetal force. The one example of centripetal force, the moon revolving around the earth due to gravitational force extract by it by the earth. This force is directly towards the center of earth and towards the centripetal force. The next question is what the three laws given by the Keplers and what did they Newtons to arrive at the universal square of gravity. Let's see the Kepler's first law. The orbit of the planet is an eclipse with the sun at the one of the foci. Next, Kepler's second law. The line joining the planet and the sun squibs equals area in equal interval of time. Third, Kepler's third law. The square of period of revolving of the planet around the sun is directly proportional to the cube of the mean distance of the planet from the sun. We solve some questions from gravitational chapters and explain that chapter in one shot. If you have any doubt, so I will I will clear that in comments. Or if you want to another video on it, वो भी बताना. If you want any, अब आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछना हो तो आप अभी कमेंट में पूछ सकते हो. दिस इज लास्ट 10 minutes ऑफ द वीडियो। आपको जो पूछना है वो पूछ सकते हो, मैं आपको आंसर दूंगी 100%। इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट आस्क मी। अभी कोई कुछ तो पूछो, कुछ पूछना हो तो पूछ सकते हो यार, पूछो कुछ। तो स्पाइस ऑफ लाइफ ने पूछे व्हाट इज नेक्स्ट वीडियो। तो नेक्स्ट वीडियो आएगी, ये थी ग्रेविटेशनल चैप्टर का वन शॉट लेक्चर। तो अभी आएगा सेकेंड चैप्टर पीरियोडिक क्लासिफिकेशन एलिमेंट का वन शॉट लेक्चर, और मैं उसमें ट्राई करूंगी कि मैं और अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर सकूं। और कुछ पूछना चाहते हो आप लोग मेरे से, पूछ सकते हो। अगर आपको कोई वीडियो चाहिए, आप चाहते हो कि मैं उस वीडियो बनाऊं, तो वो बता सकते हो आप कि कौन सा वीडियो बनाऊं मैं नेक्स्ट। जो आपको चाहिए आप बता सकते हो। इंग्लिश ग्रामर का चाहिए, मराठी ग्रामर का चाहिए, हिंदी ग्रामर का चाहिए, इम्पोर्टेंट वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स चाहिए, कौन सा चाहिए आप बता सकते हो। ठीक है, जल्दी जल्दी पूछो, कुछ पूछना हो तो। Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share the channel. Top up at 10th. हमारे 1000 सब्सक्राइबर होने वाले हैं, तो जल्दी जल्दी सब्सक्राइब करो, लाइक करो, शेयर करो. थैंक यू. बाय बाय.